Hi, friends. My name is Robin Stevens, and I am currently serving as the Regional Advisor to Women's Ministries in the Mid-South region for the PCA. And as we are nearing the point where our churches are opening back up again for corporate worship, I've heard a lot of moms say, well, I won't be able to attend because they're not offering a nursery or they're not offering children's worship, and there's no way that my children can sit with me in the service. Well, as a mom of 5, whose children have sat with us from the beginning in worship, I just wanted to offer a little bit of encouragement and maybe a few tips that have helped my husband and me as we have worshiped together as a family in the service. The first thing I wanted to let you know is that God is not limited by your children's ages or their ability to sit still or their ability to listen and take in every word. And He's not limited by your ability to take detailed, accurate notes and hear every word that the pastor says from the pulpit. His word is faithful, it's living, it's active, and it is not going to return void. It is going to accomplish all the purposes in our hearts that God has for it. So even when, and it will definitely be when, you have to break up some fights or take a child to the back or tell someone to quiet down or keep your eyes open during the prayer, just know that our God is faithful and that He is working in the hearts of us and in our children, even when it seems like all we're doing is being distracted. Just some practical tips for having your children with you in the service. The first thing you'll want to get is a church bag, probably one for each kid. And you want to make sure that this is something that only comes out on Sundays. You want it to be special and something that they look forward to. And you can put things in it like books and fun pens and notebooks and coloring books. I really like those color wonder markers for little kids because they only color on that special paper. Maybe a quiet toy even to put in there, something that they can put in their hands or color on while they need to sit still. And you're only going to bring this out during the sermon. Maybe during the congregational prayer if your church has one that's kind of long. Because the rest of the service, you want to help your child stay engaged with what's going on. So my suggestion would be to email your church secretary or administrator or whoever early in the week to get a list of the songs you're going to be singing that Sunday. And then during the week, be practicing them with your children. You can put them on a playlist and just play them while you're going about your day so that when you get to Sunday and they start singing the songs, your kids will be so excited because they already know them and they'll be engaged during that part of the service. If there's a bulletin or a hymnal, stand next to your child and share it with him or her and run your finger across under the words, even if they can't read. That'll help them stay engaged as well. Same goes if there's a congregational reading and response or when you're reading the scriptures. It would be especially helpful for your child to have his or her own Bible, and you can help them look up the scripture and then follow along with your finger. And then another thing that you'll want to do is during the week practice things like the Lord's Prayer or the Gloria Patri or the doxology if your church does that every week. Again, something that will help them to feel like they're a part of what's going on and they understand and they know what's going on. Those things will go a long way to helping keep them engaged. One more suggestion I had was to have church practice in your home during the week. What we did at our house was I would set a timer for maybe 2 or 3 minutes, and we would listen to a sermon or a podcast. Listen only, not watch. Listen on my phone. And we would all sit in our own seat until the timer went off. No talking, no getting up, no asking for anything. And everyone who could do that would get a Skittle or an M&M, a little treat. If you do that 2 or 3 times a day, and then slowly build up to being able to sit 3 to 5 minutes, then 7 to 8, then 10 to 12, and all of a sudden your child is sitting 18, 20 minutes and is really able to engage and sit still during the service. So is this going to all go perfectly? No. Is your child going to fight with his siblings? Yes. Are you going to have to keep your eyes open during the prayer and put your fingers to your lips and give some warning looks? Absolutely you will. But the people around you in the service are your church family, and they have taken a vow when your children were baptized to help you raise them and support you in what you do in teaching them about the Lord. And so I know that they will be happy to assist you. I know that they will give you grace, and I know that they will understand your children being in the service with you while they can't be in nursery or children's worship. If you have any questions or concerns or comments, I would love to hear from you. My email is robinwillifordstevens@gmail.com. You can find me on Facebook, Robin Williford Stevens. And I'm just praying for all of us as we make that re-entry back into corporate worship.